Golden chandeliers hung from the high ceilings of the John estate, each piece a silent witness to the unshakable empire built by John Jungkook, the most feared and respected mafia king of the modern underworld. But beside every powerful man was a woman equally formidable, and in this empire, that woman was you. You weren't just the wife of a king, you were a queen forged in fire, strategic, dangerous, graceful. Your name echoed in whispers from Moscow to Milan, but inside the four heavily guarded walls of your estate, you were a mother, a wife, and all you wanted was a peaceful life for your son. The estate stood tall like a strong castle, wrapped in beauty. Guards were quietly hidden behind bushes, fancy cameras were covered by plants, and black cars were parked neatly near the garage. But the smell of fresh cookies from the kitchen and the soft music playing in the living room told a different story. Boss is home, one of the guards informed, stepping into the hallway with a respectful bow. You turn away from the French windows, your silk robe swaying lightly. Make sure no press or outsider got a glimpse of him. Yes, ma'am. A moment later, the front door swung open. Daddy. Jungsu's tiny feet pounded across the marble floor. He wore a tiny dinosaur onesie, arms flailing in excitement. Jungkook dropped his duffel bag and crouched, catching Jungsu in his arms. Ah, my little dragon, I missed you so much. You leaned against the banister upstairs, smiling at the sight. Did he behave? Jungkook asked, looking up at you. Your prince made me a Lego cake, then destroyed it because it wasn't chocolate. You chuckled. Jungkook laughed, carrying Jungsu towards the grand staircase. He has got my taste. You mean he's as spoiled as you? You teased, walking down to meet them while he smiled. I prefer the term well loved. Have you eaten? You asked, pressing a gentle kiss to his cheek. Not yet, only if you're joining me. Always. You both moved into the dining area where your private chef had already begun serving the night's dinner. You didn't bring work home, right? You asked quietly while helping Jungsu with his chair. Jungkook's expression softened. Of course not. That life stays outside those gates, always. Good, you said, brushing your son's bangs. He deserved peace. I know, baby. We promised we would shield him from it all. Jungsu looked up. Can I have extra syrup, mommy? You can have the whole bottle. You smiled. And can daddy sleep with me tonight? Only if he doesn't snore. You teased. Hey, I don't snore. You sound like a tank. You laughed. Dinner passed with quiet laughter, Jungsu babbling stories from preschool and her hand occasionally brushing Jungkook's under the table. After putting Jungsu to sleep, the two of you retreated to the private lounge in a bedroom. A fire crackled quietly in the hearth. Another empire offered tribute today, Jungkook said as he poured wine. Who? The Volkovs. Apparently they are terrified of you. You raised an eyebrow, as they should be. He chuckled. That's my girl. You walked towards him, taking the wine glass from his hand. But I'm your wife first. Jungkook looked at you with that stare he reserved only for you, a mix of desire, reverence, and something deeper. You're my everything. The world can burn if it ever dares to take you from me. You are drunk on love, only ever on you. He pulled you into his lap, kissing the crown of your head. You curled into his warmth. I sometimes wonder how long we can keep this life hidden from him. As long as it takes, Jungkook replied. We'll make sure he knows only love, not the blood we have spilled. Silence settled like a lullaby. I love you, Jungkook. He kissed your temple. I breathe because of you. And beneath the weight of crowns and empires, two souls found peace in the quiet. The mansion was unusually quiet that afternoon. You were in your private office, surrounded by silence, flipping through files while sipping cold espresso, believing your son Jungsu was still in school. It was his usual schedule. He returned after 4. But today had slipped into the exception list. The school had announced a half day, and as per protocol, the bodyguard picked him up early. You didn't know, no one informed you, and your phone lay silent on the study table. You always kept your work separate from your home life for Jungsu's sake. Calls were on silent, guns were locked away. Your world revolved around keeping your son innocent in a world drenched in blood and power. So when Jungsu walked in, tiny footsteps padding down the hallway, clutching his small backpack, calling out for you with sleepy eyes, he didn't expect to see what he did. Jungkook wasn't home. And you had received an emergency call. One of your trusted men had been shot during a deal gone wrong, and although you hadn't handled operations in years, they still turned to you in moments of crisis. You had been on the call, voice low, calm, lethal, discussing shipments, territories, retaliation. Your back was turned facing the large window, unaware that a pair of white, confused eyes were staring at you from the doorway. No, finish him. I don't care if he backs. If he's crawling, if he ever steps near our territory again, he dies. You understand? You said coldly, your voice formed with lethal promise. You ended the call, turned, and froze. Jungkook stood at the doorway. His eyes were wide, lips trembled. Oma, you want someone to die? Your phone slipped from your hand. No, baby, it's not. You took a step forward, but he staggered back. You are bad. You are like the bad people in cartoons. You hurt people. Jungsu, listen to me. It's not what you think. You pleaded, reaching out slowly, but he turned and ran. His little feet pounded against the marble floors as he screamed for his appa. You stood there frozen, your chest aching, tears burning your eyes. The guards had heard his scream. They tried to calm him, but he refused to be touched by anyone except Jungkook. You followed him, eyes already filling with tears. You found him in his room, curled in the corner, clutching his stuffed lion. You dropped to your knees. Baby, what's wrong? He flinched. Don't touch me. You paused, stunned. Jungsu, it's me, mommy. He looked at you with those big eyes he got from his father, and they were filled with fear. You are scary. I heard you. You hurt people. Tears burned behind your eyes. No, sweetheart, you misunderstood. Mommy would never hurt you. Never. You are bad, bad like the monsters in cartoons. Those words shattered you. You knew it would have been traumatizing for this little boy to hear those words coming out of his mother, and now you're completely helpless. Jungkook returned an hour later. The moment he stepped in, he sensed it, the tension, the distance in Jungsu's eyes when you tried to touch him, the way your shoulders drooped, broken. You didn't say anything. He saw the fear, the vulnerability in your eyes. His queen, who feared nothing, was now holding tears of fear. He placed a hand on your shoulder. Jungkook, he hates me. No, he doesn't. He can never. Let me talk to him and don't hurt yourself, okay? You nodded and walked past him to your room. Jungkook sat beside Jungsu, stroking his hair. Buddy, wanna tell Appa what happened? Jungsu hesitated, then whispered, Mommy is scary. It took Jungkook less than a second to understand. He pulled Jungsu into his lap and began gently. You know, Appa and Mommy protects a lot of people. Sometimes we talk about big things, but that doesn't mean we are bad. She said punish and shot and Jungkook smiled sadly. Mommy was helping someone who got hurt. She's brave, not scary. She loves you more than the stars in the sky. Jungsu looked at him. Then why did she lie? She didn't, Jungkook said firmly. We just never wanted you to hear those things because you're our baby and we want your world to stay soft and safe. He kissed Jungsu's forehead. Appa is going to tell mommy to stop taking those calls at home, okay? Jungsu nodded slowly and maybe we can draw a hero badge for mommy because she helped someone today. Jungsu nodded. Should I say sorry to her? Jungkook smiled. You should, but let Appa talk to her first, okay? As Jungkook walked inside the room, he found you in your room, curled up on the bed, still in the same spot. He hates me, Jungkook. Our son hates me. Jungkook sat beside you, pulling you into his chest. He doesn't. How can he hate his own mother, huh? He's just scared, baby. You know, still too young to understand. You looked up, voice cracking. I was careful. I never speak about this in front of him. I didn't know he was home. I know, love, I know. And I'll talk to him. I'll make him understand he loves you. He heard something his little heart didn't know how to process. What if he never trusts me again? He will, because you're his mother and you're the strongest woman I know. That night, while you sat by the window, numb and silent, Jungkook came in holding a crayon drawn paper with "World's Best Mommy" scribbled over a little stick figure with long hair and a cape. He made this for you. Jungkook whispered, crouching beside you. You took it with shaking hands, tears slipping silently. He hates me. He's a child, Jungkook said softly, brushing your hair back. You are his whole world. He just got scared. Let me help you fix this. We are in this together, remember? You leaned into his embrace, and for a while the mansion didn't feel so dark. I don't know how to look him in the eyes tomorrow. Start with a smile, a gentle one. He knows that one well. I feel like I ruined everything in just one moment. You didn't. One moment doesn't define the love you have given him all these years. I should have checked, should have asked if he was home. We live in a fortress. You had no idea to think otherwise. Stop blaming yourself. But I said those words, Jungkook. I meant them. You said them to protect your family. You are not bad, okay? But what if he thinks I am? Then we show him the truth together. What do I say to him? Tell him a story, make him see you through your love. You always know what to say. That's because I know you and I know our son. He's just like you, strong, emotional, and kind. Don't flatter me, I'm not. It's a fact. I miss him already. He wouldn't even look at me when I brought him his milk. He'll come around, I promise. I need him to believe in me again. He does. He just forgot for a second. You're too calm about this. I've seen worse, but more importantly, I've seen love win in our family. Even with the blood on our hands, especially with the blood, because we fight so we can love in peace. What if he asks me why I said those things? Then tell him the truth in a way he understands. I'm scared, Jungkook, more than any enemy we have faced. Fear means you care, and that's what makes you a good mother. You think he'll draw me another picture tomorrow? He might, but even if he doesn't, he is thinking about you while clutching that teddy bear you got him. I hope he's not crying. He cried for you, love, because he didn't want to believe what he heard. So there's still hope. There's always hope, especially when love is this strong. Jungkook wrapped his arms tighter around you. The night stretched on, quiet and heavy, but filled with unspoken determination to fix what was broken, to reclaim the bond, and to remind your son that even warriors cry and warrior love the hardest. Tomorrow would be a new day. The golden rays of dawn peeked through the tall windows, casting warm streaks of lights across the silk sheets. You stirred slightly, your body heavy with exhaustion. The events of the previous day lingered like fog, clouding your thoughts. You expected to find Jungkook beside you, like always. His arms warm, protective, steady. But this time it wasn't him. A tiny arm was curled gently around your waist. A soft breath tickled your back. You blinked rapidly, heart skipping a beat, and slowly turned your head. There he was. Jungsu, curled up beside you, his little face peaceful but streaked with the faint remains of dried tears. His tiny hand rested against your side, clutching the fabric of your nightgown like a lifeline. Your eyes filled with tears. Jungsu, You whispered, barely able to breathe his name. He stirred a little at your voice, brows furrowing in his sleep. You didn't move, afraid to wake him, afraid it was just a dream. But then his lashes fluttered and his sleepy gaze lifted to yours. Mommy, he murmured, eyes still hazy, your lips trembled. You are here? He nodded sleepily. I was scared. I missed you. He swallowed hard, brushing his hair back gently. I missed you too, my love, so much. He reached for you clumsily, wrapping his little arms around your neck. I thought you were a villain, like the cartoons. I know. You said softly, holding him close, putting your face in his tiny shoulder. You heard something scary and I understand why you felt that way. I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't like it. I would never hurt you or Appa or anyone good. What I said, it wasn't for someone innocent. Jungsu pulled back, looking at you with those big curious eyes. Then why did you say it? You took a deep breath. Sometimes there are bad people in the world who want to hurt others, and it's my job to make sure they don't. To protect people, especially you. He was quiet for a moment, thinking. Like a superhero? He asked, voice barely a whisper. A tear rolled down your cheek, exactly like a superhero. His little fingers wiped your tear clumsily. Then why didn't you tell me? Because I wanted you to grow up happy, safe. I wanted your world to be full of good things, not scary ones. But you were sad when I ran away. You nodded slowly. It broke my heart. He cuddled closer, resting his cheek on your chest. I'm sorry, Mommy. I don't hate you. I never believed you truly did. You whispered, kissing the top of his head, but hearing you say it means the world to me. I made that drawing because I still think you are the best, Mommy. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. Jungsu, you know that? He looked at you, even more than Appa. You laughed softly, wiping your tears, way more than Appa. Can we not fight ever again? Never, but even if we do, I'll always love you, no matter what. Even if I get mad and run away again? Yes, even then, always. He smiled, pressing his small palm over your heart. I can feel your heart. It feels soft. It's soft for you, you whispered. He giggled. Can I sleep here tonight too? Every night if you want. This is your home, baby. He snuggled in again. Mommy. Yes, love. I'm gonna protect you when I grow up. Tears brimmed in your eyes again. You already do, just by loving me. You closed your eyes, holding your son tight to your chest. The warmth of his body, the forgiveness in his heart, the innocence in his love, it melted away every ounce of pain. When Jungkook entered the room with a tray of breakfast and saw the two of you curled up together, his smile widened. Wow, seems like you guys are enjoying without me, huh? Jungsu giggled, popping his head up from your embrace. Appa, there's no space for you. Excuse me? Jungkook placed a hand over his heart dramatically. Did my own son just reject me? You laughed softly, patting the mattress. There's always space for Appa. Jungkook climbed in, squeezing into the tight spot between you two with mock difficulty. You two were plotting world domination without me, weren't you? We were just snuggling. Jungsu grinned, tucking his head under Jungkook's chin. Dangerous snuggling. Jungkook murmured, kissing both of your heads. He wrapped his arms around you both, and for a moment it was like nothing in the world could ever hurt you. That morning, the John mansion wasn't just powerful, it was home, it was love, it was whole again.